So everyone on this call is looking for Workday finance training, right?
Yes.
All right. So anyone has already like working on Workday and they want to extend the Workday finance knowledge or any other module you guys are working on?
I'm working on Workday HCM,
We're working on Workday HCM.
techno functional.
Techno functional. Yeah,
Yes.
that's great. So this course is also like finance techno functional kind of, which includes I'll tell you in next slide what all includes. So myself, Sumit, you can call me Vicky as well. Some people know me with that name. So I have Workday finance experience like 7+ years in Workday finance domain and total like 14 years of experience, which includes like implementations, AMS support, integrations or optimizations or any streamlining the financial process that includes your uh, R2R or OTC or supplier and customer when you call it Workday side. So in this course, like what all we are going to cover. So this is just a snapshot. In detail, you will see here, but this will like you can read it what it is. So we are going to cover like financial accounting. That includes your journal creation, ledger setup. Okay, so before we go to that part, there are some prerequisition as well. Like I don't know who said he's working on Workday SCM as a techno functional. What's your name? I just forgot. Somebody is working on Workday SCM, right? So there are some prerequisition as well. So you might be knowing you must have like there are some setup required. Some company, let's say if they don't use HCM, when that is not the case, but there are some prerequisites like you need a tenant, you need people, profiles. There are some core and base setup required, and even the security. So that when I'll cover this core setup, we can discuss. But this session is like mostly on financial side. So, so we'll discuss during the course, like course setup, security, or any workday organization prerequisitions and other touch point as well. For example, this touch point. So similar, we have multiple touch point for finance. But let's start with what we are going to cover in this course content because this is first class, like demo class. So the first thing is like everything starts with financial accounting. I'm leaving that prerequisition aside for now. For example, that tenant security and other items which I explained. So financial accounting is the first one, which is like which includes journal creation, ledger setup, period or year-end close, and account posting rules. So if you want to, let's say, if I'm sharing this PPT, I mean with you, you can find the sub topics here as well, including I've included all those in this. You can ignore this, but you can keep this as a reference. Um, but like there are other items as well. Topic each top for each topic. Okay. So now we'll come back to this. So first is financial accounting, and then there are. So this is the first one is like functional one. So it is financial accounting, then account payable, then account receivables, banking and settlement, business assets, and all right. So under account payable, it will be like you'll be setting up supplier invoice, customer invoice, and other related setups and adjustment and payment processing. The settlement, which is also banking and settlement, it can be part of your financial accounting, which is called as R2R. In Workday, we call it financial accounting. In legacy financial system, it is like R2R, order to cash, Uh,
Another good entry about the
anyone saying anything? Please go on mute if you don't have any questions. Okay. Then, as I said, like there will be some core setup, organization, security, business process, reports, financial data model, along with the other functional items, which is like in legacy system, it is called as R2R, OTC, P2P, banking and settlement. Integration and you can say the automation for that side, like we'll be covering integrations and then overview of integration, what it is, then EIBs and core connectors, reportings, business process, security, calculated field, and overview of Studio, not in detail, but we'll see what it is Studio is, when to use it, why we use it, and use cases for that as well. All right. So next is like we'll see other tenant related, like so in Workday when you're, let's say, joining a customer company, or you're joining a partner company, or you're supporting any customers from like Workday is already implemented and you are going to support them on day-to-day basis. There could be security issue, EIB issue, or integrations, or any other issues related to this or business process. Um, there could be a lot of different kinds of ticket which we'll discuss. So we'll go through all these topics apart from their core concept, and then some HR prerequisitions which you must know, which includes tenant as well, like tenant management. How many times the tenants will go for refresh, when to refresh, not to refresh, how to do the backups, like in what scenario, what action you have to take, how you have to do the testing for any new build or any other items. Okay. Documentation, you'll get the step-by-step guide. Then there are configuration books, which is like manually created in Excel sheet, which we use on daily basis. Depends on which client or the nature of the implementation, or whether you're supporting the client and so on. And we'll have real-time use cases and scenarios. For example, let's say if you are implementing financial accounting, so we'll see what are the main topic of it, what is use of it, what's our input and what is output, how it runs on daily basis. And if you are supporting AMS side, we'll see like what kind of issues comes, how many times like the how the entry happens, and then report creations, and then moving data from Workday to third party, how all those happens. Maybe in some cases it will not be in detail, but in some cases it will be like configuration or functional wise. It will be detailed explanations on within the tenant, like showing you on each navigating within the tenant and seeing where you have to go for each cases. All right. Any questions so far you guys have? Okay. So so I mean to say, like throughout these sessions, like we'll not only explore the concept but also focus on like practical applications and configurations, real-time scenarios, or troubleshooting the techniques, like all these best practices, like how you have to find the task, report, where, how to reach out to the particular point and where to find it. That all depends on security. So we'll go through the security as well, like whether how to identify like whether you have access or not, and how to assign the take the access, like whether each company has different setups, so there could be approval process. So it is like end-to-end AMS management. And when you, let's say if you're joining a partner company, we'll go through how you are going to do the implementation. All right, so we'll go through both the cases, not only the one. Okay, any questions so far?
Sumit, I have a question. So inbound interface and outbound interface also is a part of procurement.
I'm not able to hear you. Like,
Inbound interface and outbound interface also is there in Workday Finance.
yes, like it will come under your EIBs.
Okay.
So if you want to see the EIBs, when I mention here EIBs, you can go to these subtopics and see whether what all other topics are covered under EIBs. But to keep in mind, you are learning techno-functional. So it will be like 70% functional than integration. Okay. Because studio is like your just overview. But we'll see in integrations like all these templates and how to do this spreadsheet, how to load it, other steps. So it is like pretty simple when it comes to integration within Adaptive because it is in cloud based and most of the time you will see that things are pretty straightforward, but you must know what you're doing and you must know where it is going to impact, what are the other area it will touch, right? If you are touching any other point for one set of, let's say, financial accounting configurations or you're changing something here, how it is going to impact the other areas. Similarly, if you're loading using EIB to load some data for this, how it is going to impact others. So it will be like all part of your different functional area which you are going to touch.
Okay, got it.
For outbound, it is like straightforward. Whatever you need, you can generate and send.
Okay.
Mostly composite reports ఉంటాయి కదండి. We have to develop composite reports in finance. I think.
Yes. So there are composite reports. We can cover composite report as well, but I don't think so. I have mentioned here because now we are talking. It is becoming used like these all are core financial, and then integration starts, and then there are other things. So maybe I have not added composite report, but we can create couple of report for you.
Okay, Sumit. Thank you.
Mostly like see, composite report, matrix report, advanced report, simple report. There are many types of report. Mostly like you must know advanced report and calculated field. When it comes to finance, yes, it is widely used and it is very valuable skill. But like it takes a lot of hard work to learn or master that composite report. Like you have to at least build different type
Yes.
of financial statements, geography wise, location wise, cost center wise, then
Yeah.
moving money from one place to another place, like
Yeah.
one cost center to you are distributing in different cost center, maybe it is allocation wise. So lot of calculation in between. So I personally believe like it takes time, but it is not something like rocket science. So it's all like how you are practice, like if you practice or you explore one or you take one of the composite report, for example, related to income statement and then validate from where the money is coming, how it is, what are the organization structure is there, how the posting rules are moving, right? And then you can come up with your own report. And if you work as a consultant, and let's say if you are only getting the requirement that in your Excel sheet you have these are the field, you need these are the columns, and you try to navigate, still you must know where to find that particular object, right? So we'll see all those things. It is not like not doable, but we'll try to cover as much as like we can do. Okay. Any other questions before I move to maybe these again subtopics of each areas, whatever is mentioned on this page. So before I move to jump to this seventh slide, any questions on this areas?
I have one more question.
Mm.
Sorry, if I is this is it correct or not? So basically, I'm a Oracle functional finance functional consultant.
Yeah.
So how can I switch into this Workday Finance?
Your
Is it
Oracle Finance or Oracle legacy system or cloud-based?
it's a EBS. Right now, I'm working with EBS R12. So, but
Okay.
I have a knowledge in cloud also.
See, until unless see the most what is happening nowadays. Um, if you see like even Workday try to automate everything, right? It gives you template. It gives like it tries to make the life easier for consultant and company also. And even if everything is there and in one or two click, like even you can load a data and even creating EIB, somebody said like he is working as a techno functional, he might be doing. So all you need to do is like you fill the template or generate the template, create the EIBs, but you must know like, what you're doing functional wise. So you already have good functional knowledge. And even if you don't have, I'm going to cover each of these areas when we start creating things in Tenant, like how to do the setup for accountings. Maybe I'll explain in this slide number 7. So even not about only you, like even when I switched from SAP FICO in 2017 to Workday, so it doesn't matter. You have to keep on learning and switch. You see there is opportunity, you should try for it. It is not like you're going to lose anything. I'm not talking about the only money. It is like you learn something what is happening in cloud. So everything is moving in cloud. If you don't feel comfortable in Workday, maybe you learn NetSuite or you learn Microsoft, you learn Oracle, EPM Cloud or ERP Cloud, right? Anywhere you go, you have to learn. So you must try different things and see what are the opportunities. But when it comes to Workday, I see a lot of demand. I see still like it is growing, and it is closed groups. Like you will not find a lot of good consultant still, even down the line 5 6 years. Because what happens, you see in this training I have mentioned a lot of stuffs, but when you go for official training, they won't train you on all this. For this, they have different training. This is different training. This is different training. Or maybe if they are giving you, so they will give you like one or two topics from everywhere. So if you have a good, like you learn something very well, like you're practicing on daily basis, you're looking, you're on time, like joining the courses and following the guides or configuration books or paying some attention. I think you will learn a lot in this course, right? So it
Thank
doesn't
you.
matter whether you are learning Oracle, SAP, this, that. If you are in ERPs, like you have to learn some ERP, at least learn 2 3 ERP. Why Workday only? Learn 2 3 other ERP as well. There is no harm it. Like you must contribute some money to learning, right?
Yes, yes.
So don't get confused on this. By
Okay.
learning, you will be in the market. All right. Any other questions related to this training? All right. So let's move to. So when you'll start, you'll see all these subtopics. You'll find it even in the guide, which I'll share. You'll find there as well. Maybe I'll share Excel sheet as well. I copied from Excel and pasted it here for you guys, but we'll go through it. So today, as a part of this demo, we'll talk in detail about the financial foundational data model or financial data model, then financial accounting setup, basics and advanced. This basics and advanced is like it depends which company you're working for, how it is being configured. All right. So what is financial accounting? Who is from finance background?
Financial accounting is a process of maintaining the day-to-day business transaction in a particular manner in specific system.
Somewhat it is good. So financial accounting is a process of recording, summarizing, and reporting the organization's financial transaction that should provide or it must provide accurate and standard financial information, like using all these organization work tax books, multi-books, ledgers, custom validations. Using all this, you should be able to produce the reports and then do the transactions and summarize so the company can see how much profit they are making. For example, there is one company that creates mobile application or games, maybe for other companies, they create apps. So to create app, for example, how much money they are investing in workers or engineers, software engineers, or other sales, marketing, other finance, IT department. What are the other expenses are there, like building, utility, laptop, mobile, charger, whatever. And then how much is like their revenue by selling that apps to other company or services to other company. And then for all this, like it is not like our salary, right? We get the salary and you start paying the EMIs for bike, car, then outing and weekend and so on. So and you don't keep track, but company, they do keep track of all these transactions, where they are sending money and how they are receiving money. Are you able to relate? Similarly, some transactions happen HR side, like you from sourcing the candidate to hiring the candidate, and they work, they are getting salary, benefit, compensation, payroll, all those things happens, and then they retire. So sourcing, hire to retire, all those comes under HR side. Finance side, anything you're paying to the different kind of, let's say, um, I mean, all the expenses and whatever you are earning from selling the apps, and then you do the calculation, how much you are investing, which cost center or which organization is in profit, and all you do by defining all these transactions, you reach out to a place and or the number that whether it could be in minus or plus. So it all depends, but in simple, like we can say this is on all this information, whatever you do in financial accounting, it is used by the stakeholders. For example, it can be used by investors, creditors, regulators, tax authorities, organizations' financial health. They can decide whether they are in profit or they have to close this company in next month. Uh, Maybe people are not creating better apps, right? So it all depends, and that is the backbone financial operation or financial accountings, you can say. So basically, the basics of this financial accounting should be like accounting principles and financial reporting standards. All those things has to be followed, and the system should be able to do that thing, right? At least it has all those functionality which can support the GAAP or IFRS things like multi-book or multi-company organizations or different types of ledger accounts or validations. So we'll see what are these in detail. But for now, like we'll discuss in high level. So there are some core component for financial accounting, like your ledger accounts. So this is like repository for your financial data. Then there are journals that are used for individual transactions, like which account is paying and then how credit, debit, all those things happens. And accounts, you have to categorize different kinds of, you say the accounts, which is like you are categorizing the financial transactions, revenue, expenses, assets, liabilities. And by this, you are producing a financial statements, like summarize organizational financial position or performance. All right. Any other questions you have on this? On financial accounting? So whatever I said on financial accounting, that has to be set up in like your Workday as well. Like um, you'll start with reviewing the validating the ledgers, fiscal schedule, account set, different kind of books and so on, then creating journals and creating operational journals, accounting journals, and then you have to do all these setups. So you have to set up a company and then do these transactions so that you can generate the financial statements as per financial accounting. Okay. Now there is a first one. So as I said, like by defining your organization, work tag, multi-books, company, ledger account, and other core concept, which I said comes under financial accounting. Using that, you produce your balance sheet, right? Income statement, cash flow. You do the double entry accounting generated, like you generally, you produce the gap related reportings, any other reportings, period end or like, so these are, you see, so what I'm telling you is like functional, and what you see here is like you have to set up all these so that you can produce all these core concept or reporting like balance sheet, income statement, cash flow, and see the double entry accounting. So all those happens in this financial accounting setup, which is like basics. Anyone know like what is this financial or foundational data model? That is like that comes before the
I
financial
know few
accounting.
concepts in this multi-company organizations.
Yeah, so financial data model is like it involves different types of process, like organization, that organization collect and manage and analyze for financial reporting. For example, let's say we have cost center, we have organization, different kind of, there could be work tag, then gap, IFRS, then multi-currency and company. There could be different types of ledger account, custom data. For example, you must be knowing like worker. So worker, what worker has? Worker has his name, first name, last name, email ID, address, father name, mother name, bank account there, which department is in, what he's doing, what's his skill, all those things. So similarly, like in foundational data model for organization, what we need a company, we need a company address, their tax details, their head office, their phone number, fax number, their ledger accounts, work tax, cost centers, locations, geography, different hierarchies, all these foundational data, the data which you need. Maybe I'm selling apps, so an app related, there could be different dimensions, right? So that is like financial data model, which is like you need it to build to do the configuration or start the configuration. Let's say if you don't know the company name, what company or organization you are going to create in your Workday tenant, right? There must be one name. If it is, let's say, Amazon, so you're doing implementation for Amazon, so you'll start creating organizations hierarchy or structure around Accenture, right? Any questions on this? Are you
No.
able to relate it?
Yes, we are. Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, these topics are related.
Yes. I mean, so organization that includes your hierarchy structure of the company. Maybe it starts from Hyderabad, then Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, then maybe there could be within Hyderabad there could be different areas, geography, or I mean the cost centers, right? North, south, east, west, or it could be anything. So it depends. But the idea is to have a basic data model, which like you'll use to implement things within Workday Financial. Work tag could be like tracking for reporting information. For example, we create mobile apps. So in what kind of app we create, whether it is games or whether it is service or payment related apps or it is for e-commerce, like so e-commerce could be one category as a work tag. That's how you will know which department and project it belongs to, right? If your company creates 100 apps in a month and all of them are tagged as an app, you will never know. I mean, it will take a lot of time to find out which apps belongs to which service or industry or different solutions, right? So there could be e-commerce related, there could be services, there could be finance apps, there could be HR apps. So HR, finance, e-commerce, IT, these will be your work tags. And you can also tag it with the location, saying that in Hyderabad, we created five finance app. If we have, so compare it like your Excel sheet. In Excel, if you in column A, you have a company name Accenture. Next, you have a location Hyderabad. Next, you have, let's say, finance as a drop down, right? So like that you can have, if you have a multiple dimension, multiple columns, you will exactly know how many apps company is creating, and all those, the columns are like your foundational data model, right? Now we'll discuss what is financial accounting setup advance. So this is like we have alternate account sets, and there could be multi-currency or multi-company as well part of it. So this Workday like supports multiple accounting books, company structure, and different types of standard, I mean regulatory requirement, and it all can happen simultaneously. So you do the financial accounting setup, like period, year end close, like whether in India what period year we follow financial year. Anyone has any idea?
Hello.
Yeah.
April 1st to March 30th. March 3rd.
Yeah. In US.
Jan to December.
Jan to December.
So that becomes your year-end close, or let's say monthly company. What happens? It could be 10 to 10 or one. Last 30th they close everything, and then they take 10 days to close, consolidate, and do everything. So all those are like processes for closing financial period and reporting. So that will be like part of your I mean, I have added all these, but I don't think so I can cover everything in 1 hour. So we'll stick to one. So you can see the business process, then details, locations, and then I think, yeah, period and year close. This is very important topic for financial folks. Even in interview, you must understand what we are, what is the, you can say the, in lack of word, I will say the initial things. If somebody asks you what is period, year end, close, and you are not able to answer, then don't call yourself as a finance functional consultant, right? So all these topics you must know functionally, and in Workday it is not that complicated. Like you have to just write a task, and there are set of to-dos and checklist, and you have to follow set of process, and you close it. But you must know what it is. Okay, you're getting it, like what I'm trying to say. All right.
Yes,
So
yes.
there are integrations as well, and then EIBs like importing, canceling, and how this EIB spreadsheet looks like, and then conversion. So conversion, we are not going to do any conversion, but you must know what is conversion and time frames, and then how it happens. Conversion means like all these your data related items which you sync or map with different kind of items. Then advanced setup, so like intercompany setup task and different kind of intercompany and allocations. And if you notice, this is just a slide for financial accounting. It has total 72 slides. And here we have mentioned these many items. So one slide is taking 72 slides. I mean, one topic is for maybe not 72, maybe 50. So it is a huge topic. It is not like what you hear or see over internet. You don't find things over internet about Workday.
Sumit, BUT reports and adaptive planning.
That is, see, so that's what I was telling you. I am explaining financial accounting, which is one topic of all these you see here, right? And it is in 72 slides. Now you want me to add BERT and adaptive and so on. It is how we will not be able to cover it even in 7 months. Are you trying to learn basics of everything, or you have to first start somewhere and then you learn that properly and then excel,
Right. Start some basic and growth.
right? So I have not added other topics in this slide, which is separate slide, but this slide is only like going to take a lot of time. I have added some integration topics as well in this, which is part of financial accounting itself, not the separate EIB training. Like let's say some people go for only integration training. They don't touch all these. So if so you need to understand how deep it is. It is not like just I tell you, I show you how to create cost center, then I'll show you work tax, then I'll show you how to create this, and one day it is done, second day it is done, third day it is done. So we have to, if you go that route, because most of you don't know Workday. So, and I think maybe I did not ask whether everyone is from finance background, or it is like some people are not from finance background.
I am not finance background. I and my friend is there. So
So I I know people, they don't work on more than this area, right?
finance accounting, we know.
Yeah, they're only certified and they're working in this area for past 7 8 years. If you ask them, they know this, they know this. I mean, this obviously everyone will know. If they ask you, they know this, or they are. If you ask more than EIB, they will not know, right? So, so don't try to add everything. If you want, like we can have a BERT is BERT, right? What it is.
BART,
Hmm.
but report.
But and it is a part of your studio. But and what you said, adaptive.
Adaptive planning. Just knowledge
See,
exposure we have to.
so I tell you adaptive. So what you do here, okay,
Hmm.
and what you do here and here and here and here and here, like all these topics, whatever transaction you do for finance, for HR,
Hmm.
for payroll, for compensation, for complete HR on complete finance, whatever transaction you do, you take that data and you push it to adaptive for planning purpose. So that comes under EPM. What we are learning here is ERP. You know the difference between two.
Yes, yes.
So it is completely, so I can cover all this like overview would be good word. Maybe this composite is, I won't keep in overview. It's good to have some knowledge, but just focus on any 2 3 areas. And you, if you go to see and partner companies normally, if you go with the profile like techno functional, they don't hire. They need somebody specialist in one area so they can implement that area. Supporting, if you're working for a customer company or you're trying to join a customer company to support where it is already implemented, then you must know all this, because ticket may come from anywhere, but it will not be that kind of tickets. You can figure it out if you have a knowledge, and you practiced and you touched all these points, so you can figure it out, like what is happening, whether it is security issue or something, some different business process issue or report issue, or it could be anything. And you'll also know from which area it is going. So I give training mostly like both the things. It depends. But normally, like if you're going for techno-functional, we have to cover all these. But make sure like whatever you're learning here, you are making notes and you understand that topic. So I think I explained everything what we are going to cover. And so similarly for this financial accounting, these are the things, and it looks simple, but it is not, because it is not like worker related, something can wait. When it is about money, things should be accurate, fixed within a day, and there should not be, any issue with the money. For example, what if you don't get salary on 31st, or maybe before that? That is that critical it is. So make sure whatever you are learning, you get the confidence so you can explain that to interviewer. That's the only way to get into Workday.
I have a question. So backend also is there for Workday, or it's purely related to web form?
No, backend means you're trying to say like if there are companies storing data, you are using
In backend.
SQL, and then
Yes,
you're
yes, yes,
no,
yes.
nothing. So you call yourself, if you know these things, you can. I mean, in cloud, all this data is managed by Workday. So if you need a data, create a report, you have to use the calculated field. Create a report, know which business object has what kind of data, and for calculation you use this, and then you can create. So there is nothing, no coding required until unless you are going for hardcore custom integration developer, which is rare to find. Like you must know all these Workday integration, then you must know some automation like UiPath and others. Then you must know ETL. ETL is like extract, transform, and load. So you can learn Informatica, MuleSoft, and some other tools are Delbumi, Pentaho. Then you must know the Postman, then APIs. Um, so these are the basic requirement to build a pure custom integration developer guy. Just by knowing all this, uh, you're not an integration guy. So, but loading AIVs and core connectors, all these are not, I mean, it is just a part of your functional only.
In market, which position is more demanding, Sumit, as a functional
See,
or
so if you can consider future down the line 10 years, all these integrations are going to be seamless. You don't need integration guy once it is implemented.
yes,
Functional is event, and you already know there is a AI hype and things are being automated, like just one click and it should be done. We don't want any further technical things. So it is kind of you are living in that era, and focus on financial knowledge. I mean, functional knowledge, some analytics, change management, and all these kind of skills which will be relevant. For example, you get into some customer company learning these financial items, right? Now, once integration is built, it is built. It could break, but there will be one guy who will once and twice he may work and fix that. So, but functional, like you have to validate, you have to do a lot of month-end activities, you have to make sure everything is being matching and things are proper. Like you are able to build some reports which gives insight, or you try to automate things. So all those things like functional is way forward. Integration going to be the seamless. Even anyone can work on these things. If you tell them once, they will be able to do it. You don't need a lot of training.
yes, one sample report we can do safely.
It is not like it is a rocket science kind of
Yeah,
thing. Even in SAP Oracle, it was there. Um, Sometimes I see in NetSuite also, it is like you have to write a script, this, that, all of things. But cloud-based systems and these kind of systems, like you don't have to do that.
XSLT, XSML.
So that is not a
Yeah.
coding language. You can learn in one day. And
Yes,
you don't need to
one day.
write that.
Correct, correct.
You can generate also from ChatGPT.
Yes. My
So
colleagues
things
are.
are like moving to functional side. and industry and business knowledge will be more important than knowing coding or something like that. Yeah, but of course, there are some technology will be in demand, like AI, machine learning, or cloud computing, then automation. So you can learn like those things. For example, if you want to build integration profile, add some few things. For example, BI, business intelligence, like Power BI or Tableau knowledge. Then ETL tools like MuleSoft, Pentaho, and others. If you want to build, I mean, if you want to be a technical guy, right? And then RPA, you can add UiPath and Blue Prism or automation everywhere. These tools are in demand. Then you must know BI, some AI ML, it is not that implemented and it will never be implemented in ERP. You ask me how, why? Because, for example, if it is SAP or NetSuite, Oracle, Workday, they only building the AI application within the workday. You don't have to do outside of it. But let's say if you want to go in data science, data analytics, along with this, then you can learn some concept, because if you start learning today, down the line 5 years later, like you will be comfortable. It is that kind of skill. So it until unless you are, yeah, cloud computing. So these are the technologies still, this will be in demand. Even ERP systems will be in demand, but you must know functional and then some basic required integration along with the functional, and then 1 or 2 hours training on other topic. That will be a great profile, but it will take time. It's not like just you know, just add everything once. You have to go step by step. All right, any other questions, guys? Somebody is chatting with me. How many days? See, that depends how you guys are getting this, because um, I have completed this training in 10 days also, and 30 days is 30 hours also. So it depends. For example, somebody is coming from Workday, already he knows SCM, integration, security, reports. So he may take less time. Somebody is coming from HR and they don't know anything about finance. So they may take a lot of time, right? But we'll go through topic by topic, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and whenever it is ending, we'll end it. And if you find some topics which is not part of all this, you tell me, I'll add here, and then I'll show you how to do that.
Smith, accounting basics, basic fundamentals. We don't know ledger and debit and credit.
It will be part of, I think, your, where it is, this one, accounting journals, operation journals, manual journals.
Yeah.
Okay, then accounting setup, it will be part of this or this.
What are the challenges are coming regular, Smith?
See, if you work for, if it is implemented, you are applying for a customer company, I would say you apply for work the customer company only. Yeah, but it is not restricted to, you can prepare for partner company also. But the challenges is like your security should be superb, and your these, like, let's say there are 6 to 7 modules, functional area, we call it functional area in Workday. In SAP or Oracle, we call it module. So at least keep a strong hold on at 2 modules. Okay. And that way you can justify. If you say, I know only this, I don't know this, that won't work. Either you know full of this and nothing from here, still company can hire you for this and 2, 3 more people for other different areas. But most of the time you see the JDs don't go with the JDs. Nobody writes job description. It is like recruiters copies and or they write everything in job description. Doesn't like it does not mean you have to know everything from that job description. So stick to what you learn, what you know, be honest, and that would be sufficient. JD is like if they have Workday Finance openings, one job description will be there for many years. So does not even HR, if you go to LinkedIn, search for Workday HCM consultant. So they will write like you need to know core HR, payroll, recruiting, compensation, benefit, learning. They will write, integration like Studio, EIB. They will write everything, whatever comes to mind. Does not mean like you should know all this, and nobody will know all this because I see people get hired as a benefit consultant than being techno-functional consultant. So time management, time and learning in HR side, like time and benefit are pretty good module. Time and tracking, benefit, payroll, these are very strong module, and they work on that only. They don't work on anything else. Somebody said they are from recruiting. They must be working on only recruiting. I don't think so. Yeah, but it depends. Like some company prefer everyone should work on all the areas. That way you learn, but at least one area you should be master. Make sense? See, that's how I learned things, right? Doesn't matter. You also have to learn that way, but what Radha says, yes. So
That it was makes sense.
yeah, because I do those things on daily basis, right? I
Yes.
deal with all this hiring, recruiting for partner companies, other companies. So I know. Looking into your resume, I can tell how much knowledge you have. You cannot. It is not possible actually. So if I tell you I have 70 slides for one topic, and you are telling me to teach everything 1 month or 2 months, is that possible? We are not AI. I cannot train on you large language model. We are not large language model. But if you are focused, we'll cover everything, whatever is given on all this. And when it comes to learning, you have to spend some money on learning. You learn this, you try this for 2, 3 months, see how it goes. If it doesn't work, learn something else next year. That's how it works. All right, I think it's
I have
already.
sorry to say, I have a question. Then how the opportunities are going in present market for Workday? I mean Workday Finance.
See the opportunity. There are I see a lot of openings. The only thing is like most of the times you get very basic profiles, you know. So it doesn't matter whether you're in Workday, SAP, Oracle, everywhere. If you have a good skill on and you know what you're talking about, all about the resume or the topics, wherever you go, for you always there will be opportunity. And if you only know what, like the basic things which anyone can learn, for you there will be no opportunity, whether it doesn't matter which technology you are in. So in Workday, as I said, if you see the cloud-based ERP system, things are moving to cloud. So when it comes to cloud, Workday is leading one. Microsoft is like third, fourth number, but it is like, so there are categories. There are like small companies, large companies, mid companies, mid-size company, large size company. For mid to large size company, there are only 2, 3 ERP, SAP, Oracle, and then Workday. Now think like this: SAP Oracles are like something they have been using for pretty long, and then the Workday's UI and use of it, the automation within Workday, AI in Workday, all these are making a lot of hype. So it depends. All these software companies, large size to mid size. If you exclude manufacturing companies, they prefer SAP Oracle. All other companies, they prefer Workday kind of, not only Workday, it could be other as well, but they prefer these kind of tools which are cheap, which are easy to maintain, accessible all the time. You can log into your mobile, laptop, iPad, whatever, however you want. Easy integration and easy to manage. Uh, all those things are like factor when company decides to go for cloud. SAP and all, it is still I find like not that easy to implement. It takes longer time. Consultants are like, um, I mean, still you see in SAP. I mean, all these ERP system, we have different kind of challenges. So Workday, like it is a cloud-based, cheap, and then uh, very rare you will find that manufacturing companies going for Workday. Yes, HR they may go. For HR, there is no competition for it. But manufacturing is quite like a lot of transactions happens, and it may be complex. But let's say if there is a software company, healthcare company, public sector company, or other sectors, or maybe agricultures or your building related or any other industry apart from manufacturing, that mm, they easily may go for this Workday. IT company for sure they prefer this because it is cheaper than and less time implementing. Not more than 5 to 6 months they may implement this Workday Finance. It doesn't take more than 5 to 6 months. So it is cheaper and quick result, and they have decided, and Workday is like they deliver a lot of things by default, even reports. There will be by default report. Once you do this financial accounting setup, creating company account set and this that, done. You do some transactions and then there will be report ready for you. So there are a lot of templates which is inbuilt. Even if you go for AMS, most of the tickets you will get for security. Like security, you must know security and report. 50-60% of the time you'll get security related or data related issue. So you don't have option. You have only SAP, Oracle, Workday. There
NetSuite,
are
NetSuite.
NetSuite is for SMB, like small to mid-sized kind of
Yeah.
companies.
Hmm.
And Microsoft is same. And Infor, Ipcore, there are two. They are in manufacturing. Sage Intacct is for accounting. That also goes to this only. And there are 5, 6 more, but nobody knows what they do.
We can, after the training, we can go to the as a implementer, or we must need a certified as implementer.
After this training, you must apply for first priority should be going into the support mode. Like you go get some hands-on experience in supporting some customer where Workday is already implemented.
Hmm.
Until unless you have you are certified, partner companies may not choose until you have very strong business knowledge,
Yes.
either P2P or R2R or any of these. So banking settlement is part of financial accounting only. So until unless you're very strong in functional, you may not use. And why they will hire out from outside if they have to train somebody? They might hire from internally, right? So it is like you have to first try this, but it is like none of these are true. It is like you have to get into the water and test it, whether like how it will be.
How is the package system?
Packages are good. I think packages. I mean, you will not find a good guy only for. It's very hard to find good skilled people in any of these. And Workday is very small group. One person working in one project might be knowing others how much knowledge they have, because of social media, WhatsApp, Telegram groups, this, that. So it all depends. Like you have to learn it and then try it and see how things goes. And at least you will know how cloud ERP works, right? Maybe next time you won't take much time learning some other cloud-based ERP system.
So, daily the classes will be happening on same timing, or it might be different.
Timing will be same, but let's say if tonight, someday in a week, maybe I may or may not be available, right? Sometimes when implementation goes on, like, and you have to work late night, and that day I try to skip, but I think 4 to 5 days, uh, 3 to 5 days minimum, weekly it will be there. Sometimes I may extend the class to cover up. It is like that. There is no commitment.
Okay, got it.
And you also need some time to consume the content. If I give you 5 hours training weekly and you're not consuming it, there is no meaning of it. Just attending the classes. But I try to keep 4 to 5 hours weekly. And if you agree, we can Saturday, Sunday, early morning, can also cover some topics, because it's like first creating the base. You must know the base of it, how things works, right? How talent management work, what is Workday, how it looks like, how to navigate. A lot of question comes before we actually start learning. All right. Any other questions, anyone? So this class was scheduled yesterday, I think, right?
Yes, yes.
Mm. So you can get in touch with Suresh. Let's see if we can start maybe next year, first week, or this week, I don't know. Yeah, next week. All right. So if you are like confused or any other question comes, you can call Suresh. He will let me know. So all of you are from ERP only, or anyone from other technologies?
I'm from ERP.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining.
Thank you. Thanks for the
Yeah, thank you.
class.
Thanks.
Thank you.